Hey, what's up? This is Kevin. I'm a tech worker and I try to be a digital minimalist. And for that, the original minimal phone has been extremely helpful. E-paper ink, e-paper display, I should say. No color. It's made things much, much better for my screen time. I'm happy about it. Now, as some of you may know, the Minimal Phone 2 is coming out. I would probably guess, honestly, early next year, but whatever. We'll find out. Now, we don't, as of this recording, the full specs are not out, but I've kind of come to a bit of a dilemma here. So, this phone is cool. However, I would like a more optimized experience. This phone, I mean, yeah, e-ink is e-ink, right? But this it does indeed not run very well for this kind of screen. And recently I've run into issues with this in that I'm moving and I have to do all these things that relate to my phone for some reason. For example, verify, take pictures and stuff, which is fine. It's not fine though when they only allow me to do it via phone and then I can't scroll down to the submit button because the phone isn't optimized or the website's dog shit doesn't work with the phone's aspect ratio, whatever. So I'm like, oh fuck. That was kind of an issue. I got around it by using an old phone, this guy over here, but it kind of sucks. I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to do an upgrade of this phone when it comes out. The main issue is, as kind of annoying as the e-paper can be on this, the lack of optimization. I did love it's super helpful to not scroll, get distracted and shit. However, the Minimal Phone 2, the sequel, as you can see here, it's got some color. Now there is e-ink color that exists, or color e-ink, but this is not that. This is confirmed to be OLED, which is cool because the blacks will be pitch black. So at night, or in the evening, I should say, when you're using it or whatever, it's not going to be like blasting you with too much blue light. But it is disappointing that they're not even doing color or e-paper. It's just OLED. So my hope is that there's some kind of switch to keep it monochrome. I mean, all Android can do that. It's in the accessibilities section, just make everything black and white. I hope there's a really cool version of that that's more optimized for this phone specifically, where it's monochrome, maybe has some accents like that. That wouldn't be bad. But yeah, I'm curious about how that works. I mean, you can always just get the phone, keep in black and white, but I love that this did not give you the fucking option to do that. So that's disappointing. So just out of curiosity, I was looking around. There are two other phones that are very similar, and they're coming out. Well, one of them's coming out pretty soon. The other one's probably coming out at the same time. The Minimal Phone 2 is coming out. There is the Clicks communicator here. This phone is there's a YouTuber called Mr. Mobile who reviews phones. He has a company too that creates, like, what do you call that? Clip-on keyboards specifically for phones like this. So you can have it be like this and plug in the keyboard USB-C, and then you basically have something that looks like what you're looking at on the screen right now. But this phone is basically that form factor, just that's its existence though. So you can see there are a lot of similarities with that one and this one. Now I will say the Minimal Phone 2 looks a lot better. This has a lot of spacing and I don't like the white and I don't know. Like it's fine, but you know. I do like on the Minimal Phone 2, the bezel is not taking up any part of the screen. Or rather, the camera's not taking up any part of the screen. It's in the bezel, which I like. That's great. This, as a camera here, not a fan. This is very square as well. Now, okay, I'm going to get into it by my comparison, my dilemma. Let me show you the third phone. So there's another phone similar, the Titan 2 Elite by Unihertz. Very similar, as you can see. This orange one's pretty nice. It looks like this, but the keys are closer together. It looks like this, but keys are closer together and a bit shorter. So here's my dilemma. I got some pros and cons for these. So I'll do the pros first. So what I like about the Minimal Phone is the philosophy behind it. It's meant to be minimal. This phone is minimal. Yes, it has Android, but the way you experience the phone is very minimal. It's no colors. You want to see something, you want to see a picture or video, get fucked. Well, look at it somewhere else. Which in some cases can create a lot of inconvenience, but so far it's been fine for me. Except for, you know, the colors that haven't really been an issue for me, but the aspect ratio and lack of optimization from either the website or the phone itself, that has been an issue for sure. Also has got, anyway, it's got issues with calling as well, but that's going to be fixed pretty soon apparently. Also Pro, this one, the philosophy is good, and also I do like OLED. I don't think the other two phones have OLED screens. If so, then this is not, it does not have an advantage over the other ones, but yeah, I like the OLED because it lets the black be pitch black. That's nice. Unlike this where the black is gray. Now, if we're talking the Clicks communicator, I do like that. Honestly, this will probably be fairly high quality because the guy who's making it has a company making keyboards, which are apparently pretty good. I have not tried it, but that means that the keyboard's probably going to be great, and overall, it's going to be a very nice package. And it's going to be a while till it actually comes out, I believe. So Q4 is when they're going to start, like at the end of this year, they're going to start manufacturing in earnest and start shipping. So that's going to be a bit. And I heard of this phone being announced several months ago. So I think it's probably getting good work in. So that's good. One of the pros for this is also in common with the Unihertz Titan 2 Elite is that the keyboard itself is a touchpad. So what that means is that if you're going through an email or reading something and you swipe on the keyboard itself, you were to do something like this, then it would be controlling the screen. I think that's fucking cool. Now you can argue that is reducing friction and allows for much easier scrolling, which I would also agree. So that's kind of a pro because it's cool and it's nice to, not have to stretch awkwardly to reach something up here if you want to just, get the screen down. But honestly, going to right to the bottom over here and doing a little scrolling, that's totally fine. So it is a pro because it's cool, but it's not a deal breaker by any means. Now the pro for the Titan 2 Elite, and this is the one that is making me lean towards this way, even though it has a pretty big con as well, is that not, like I said before, that touch keyboard, this has that as well. So as you can see a better demonstration here, scroll now, see what's happening in the video. This guy's just fucking watching TikTok or whatever. That's not what I want. I don't want that shit. I like that you can scroll down if you're reading something. That's really cool. But for this shit, that's gross. Do not want that. Fucking disgusting. Not about that life anymore. But I do like the, I like the idea of it. It's like, oh look, it's almost like a maybe like a little trackpad or like the stuff you have on laptops. It's like a little thing at the bottom. You can just swipe a bit and you can kind of control the screen a little bit. That's cool. Though again, it removes some friction for you to scroll. Although having it be square introduces some friction, so I don't know. But that's this guy's fucked. But one of the things, this is the biggest thing for me. I'm gonna use footage from Minimalist Tech's impressions of it. The mini mode is what is really, really appealing to me about this. So you can see screen is square, right? However, they have a kind of mini mode where it can turn the aspect ratio into a regular rectangle one. And then you can do blah, blah, blah. That is fucking cool. Not because I want to, let me give me that rectangle to scroll, but because of the issue I mentioned before when I'm doing this move-in application and I literally cannot see the submit button at the bottom because I can't scroll because the website sucks or the phone's unoptimized or something, and I just can't reach it. I literally cannot reach it. There's no fucking tab button on this thing. I can't just tap, press enter to do it. I can't do that. So this would solve a lot. It would solve that issue entirely. And this is honestly this might be a deal breaker. I know it's kind of a weird one, but dude, if your phone screen just doesn't work with certain things, then shit, man. I can't move. I can't fucking move. I cannot move locations if my phone is not rectangular enough. What the fuck? I don't like that the world is heading that way. So if I were to have something that's capable of, reaching a rectangular submit button, then I also want to have big caveats to it. So it's not so easy to, you know, scroll and waste your life away. And the size of this could be something, because that's one of the pros for me. It's small as fuck. In fact, in terms of dimensions, the Clicks communicator is the slightly biggest one. Now, when we're talking biggest for these phones, they're all pretty fucking small. Let's be real. So it's not like, oh, it's going to be humongous, blah, blah, blah. But it's, scrunched in keyboard. It does make it smaller. I wonder if that affects the comfort. I don't know, but I do like how it's pretty small. The Minimal Phone 2 is apparently going to be almost the same kind of size, not the same dimensions, but very similar size to this. So that's cool. Screen might be bigger on this, but again, that aspect ratio does not fucking work if you want to move to a different apartment. So I don't know. That mini mode is pretty fucking sick. Also, the extra action button doesn't hurt either. I know the Clicks has something. I think the Clicks communicator might use the fingerprint sensor on the side as an action button, or maybe it's just a separate one. Let me see. Voice input, blah, blah. Yeah, I guess you hold the power button / fingerprint reader to do a button thing, blah, blah, blah. This one has that plus just an action button, which most Unihertz phones do. So that's kind of the pros. Now I'm going to get into the cons of all of these. For me personally, cons for this one, Minimal Phone 2, it's losing e-paper. That sucks ass. I really liked it, but I don't know. Another con, this is probably the biggest screen. Now, you might think, Gavin, you're talking about aspect ratio. Don't you want a big ass screen? No, I want correct aspect ratio for the screen. And the Unihertz Mini with this Unihertz Titan 2 Elite, if it has that mini mode, I mean, that kind of solves that, which is great. I don't know if the Minimal Phone or Clicks communicator will have that feature in there. If it does, then that changes everything. It's going to be a much harder decision. But also, these specs aren't out yet, so this could be the smaller screen. I don't know how much they've shrunk the phone. I don't know. We'll find out. But in terms of aspect ratio, it is the longest, which it could be helpful. But as we've seen, if it has a similar length to this one, it's not going to be good enough. So I need that mini mode, I suppose. So this it's a decent runner-up. It's cool. I don't like the notification LED, but I'm sure we can turn all that off. So this is still probably a pretty good phone. It sucks what it's losing. Now, the Titan 2 Elite, like I said, the mini mode is probably was pushing me towards wanting this phone, to be honest with you. But big issue, it's Chinese. No racial. I'm saying is a lot of products from this company and similar companies that are based out of China, they have security problems and quality problems as well. Come with a lot of bloatware and a lot of products. I think literally maybe all of them, all software anyway. If asked by the Chinese government, they have to give data. That's not cool. Now, I don't know necessarily how it is here after you've removed a bunch of stuff via ADB. That's what I like to do. Once I get a phone, just hook it up to web ADB and just look up what the bloatware would be and just rip all that shit out. So I can easily do that with this one too. Now, this is something I think Unihertz has started to do recently is they started to promise updates. This phone, I believe, will have 5 years of promised updates, same as the Minimal Phone 1. So even if the Minimal Phone 2 comes out, this one's going to get supported for, what, 3-ish more years? So that's cool. Hopefully they stick to that. And to be honest, the quality sounds like it's better on this one. It's got nice anodized metal on it. That's cool. But again, that security, I'm going to hope that, ripping that shit out via ADB is helpful. I've done it before and it seems fine. I mean, worst case, another government has my information. I'd rather that not happen. I'd rather that not happen, honestly. But I think I can prevent that. So yeah, it's from, I mean, let's be real. This is probably manufactured in China. So is this. But this one is more of a Chinese phone. It's gonna have more of the bloatware. Unihertz is a Chinese company. It's got extra stuff that that entails. Now, Clicks Communicator, what I don't like about this one is honestly kind of similar to the Titan Elite in a way, but I'll name it here. Is that for a digital minimalist, it does it now look, they say designed for doing, not doom scrolling. But I mean, look, it's full color, normal ass screen. It's like the same as this one. You can just scroll whatever. Now, I'll give them credit. Clicks Communicator on this, they don't have, I think, any images or video of some guy rotting his fucking brain like this. So, fair to them. Oh, they this one has kind of a digital minimalist mindset, but it's a little weak. I don't know. I feel like it's maybe I'm just racist against color now. I don't know, but it's mm, I don't know. It's not even the launcher that kind of bothers me because I believe the launcher by default is meant to have all your messages together. So all the shit that people send to you is just all there, which can be helpful for some, but for me, I'm like, fuck that shit. I rather go into the space itself and check myself. Luckily, this is Android, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. Put whatever launcher you want, and I have one or two in mind. Though Niagara is pretty good, I won't lie. And it looks like I don't know if they're this is just a kind of tech demo where they're showing what it would look like if you put your finger on the side, or if this is being done with the keyboard, because that'd be pretty sick. You can scroll up and down with the keyboard. But yeah, Niagara launcher is pretty decent. I personally prefer O launcher these days. Oh, on this one I have one called E-Ink OS, which increases the contrast and all that shit. So yeah, this is my dilemma, guys. The e-paper advantage that the minimal phone had, this advantage is fucking gone as soon as minimal phone 2 comes out. It's just fucking gone. So at this point, I'm just looking at these three phones and seeing which one would kind of work best for me. And right now, despite the security issues, which I'm fairly confident I can mitigate, the Unihertz Titan 2 Elite is kind of, I don't know. I know I said in the previous video, like I'll be there day one for minimal phone 2, but this mini mode is it could be a lifesaver for me, honestly. It would just come in clutch so fucking much. Now, I'll do research on this. Maybe there are applications that kind of make this more rectangular view a thing that you can do on any phone no matter what. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe I've not known that existed until now. I don't know. But if the other phones have this kind of mini mode in them, then yeah, it's going to be a lot harder. And I will lean towards not this one because I have to do extra work to make it, doable. Because the security issue, like I said, ADB come in clutch. I could probably get rid of all that shit, but I'd rather not have to. And again, build quality. I mean, shit. The metal, it's looking good. It's looking good. Aerospace grade aluminum, whatever that means. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, the mini mode is honestly what's pushing me towards this now. I'm gonna wait and see what the minimal phone 2 has. If it has that rectangular thing, I'm gonna be happy with any of these. Honestly, let's say they all had the mini mode, all of them. I'm not sure which one I would lean towards. Maybe the minimal phone, just because I like the philosophy of the company, and this should be pretty slick and small, though the screen won't be as small as the others, I guess. I don't know. Is this one metal? The Clicks communicator does not say anything about it being metal. It says brushed aluminum side keys, which tells me the whole thing is probably plastic, which I mean, this thing's I don't prefer plastic products, plastic electronics, to be honest with you. Once you hold a metallic one, it's like, yeah, this is good shit. This is worth money. So yeah, at this point, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like I said, the philosophy of this company is making me gravitate towards them, but man, that fucking mini mode would be a lifesaver. I can actually move to a different location without picking up, my old phone at the fucking drawer. So yeah, this is my dilemma, honestly. It's gonna be probably one of these three. If the Titan 2 is the only one that has the mini mode, then it's gonna be very tight between Probably the minimal phone 2 and that one. I would probably lean towards Titan 2 just for that. But if they all have it, all have that mode, it's gonna be rough. I'm gonna really have to wait and see. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck the point of this is. I'm just saying, like, man, e-paper's gone. I'm losing this advantage. That sucks. So now what? Now fucking what? As someone who, I want to have access to certain technologies, but I don't want it to suck me in. I work in tech, so I pretty much gotta have, two-factor authentication. Now, yeah, I can carry a separate tablet around just for that, but I'm trying to be fucking minimal with this shit. If I can get a phone that can do what I need it to do, just have it be have limitations that prevent me from going fucking crazy. Like, whoa, I'm fucking scrolling. Like literally, this phone, I keep this shit turned off in a drawer under some shit just so I don't use it normally. Because you turn this shit on, you're like, whoa, whoa, it's so cool. I don't want that shit. Like I'm a strong-willed individual for the most part, and I'm pretty good at not wasting 7 hours scrolling and shit. But man, it's just way easier to not scroll like fucking crazy when the screen is like, half of this. It would be cool, right? So I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. What's the best path forward for these three phones for me? And I guess the answer is fucking wait, you impatient fuck. The minimal phone 2 this has no specs as of yet, except for some dimension stuff. So let's wait and see. But honestly, right now, if someone had a gun to my head and I had to buy something, what a fun scenario. I would go with this probably because the fucking mini mode. That shit's crazy. It will allow me to push a button. That's awesome. Press a button that's off screen. That's fucking awesome. Killer app. Pressing off screen buttons. That's how it is for me. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in terms of which phone is calling your name. Minimal phone 2, Clicks Communicator, Unihertz Titan 2 Elite. Let me know. Right now, I'm leaning towards the Titan 2 Elite, to be honest with you, because I just found out that mini mode exists, and holy fucking shit, that will change everything for my specific scenarios. But yeah, I do like stuff with minimal in the name. So let's see. Let me know what you're leaning towards in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the newsletter as well. If you're a burnt out tech worker who has issues logging off, which stuff like this could maybe help with, check out the Sane Tech Workers OS as well in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.